My wife often describes our meeting story as a magical weekend. When I think back to that magical weekend, I would use the words terrifying and uncomfortable. To really get to the heart of the matter, a little backstory might be appropriate. I was living in Salt Lake City and my wife was living in the Denver area. I was working as a runner for a lawyer who did mostly divorce cases. Wow, did I see the worst marriage could offer. I was living in my parents' basement, hiding away from the world, settling into life with massive amounts of alone time, spent usually walking in the woods. My friend Jeff invited me to Lake Powell for the weekend. I just had my 39th birthday, and it seemed like an appropriate way to celebrate. I would meet Jeff and his then-boyfriend Scott Friday, August 10th at 1 p.m. It is here the universe took over. This journey started out with me wanting to get to Lake Powell at least half hour before they got there. It seemed to be a pretty good strategy to feel comfortable and safe in new environments. So I did the appropriate math and headed south to the deserts of southern Utah. I was in Hanksville, Utah, 3/4 of the way to Lake Powell, about an hour from Bullfrog Marina, when I received a call from Jeff letting me know there was a rollover accident on I-70 in Glenwood Canyon. Glenwood Canyon doesn't have anywhere to turn around, so if you are in the canyon when an accident happens, you remain in the canyon. Jeff and Scott were able to get off I-70 just before the canyon and would drive an extra 3 hours to ensure they made it to Lake Powell that day. Little did I know there was 3 people in that car, not 2. What to do? I was now 3.5 hours early. I had golf clubs, so I considered doing that, but decided on hanging at the restaurant attached to the hotel at the marina. Turned out I was the only customer there. I had 3 servers taking care of getting me my hamburger, fries, and beer. These 3 servers seemed equally glad I was in no hurry. 1 beer turned into 3, and later I learned they were free. Chalked up under good company, good conversation, good karma. The little universal get-together ended when Jeff called asking me to get the boat out of storage, or we wouldn't have the boat until Saturday. I said goodbye to my friends and made it to the boat just in time to get the boat out of storage. I was standing on the bow of the boat when a red Mazda 7 pulled up and a short, extremely muscular female wearing a white and red swim cover-up with Tiva stepped out of the driver's seat. Somewhere in the extreme near distance, I could faintly hear somebody saying, "This is Renee. Renee, this is my friend Anthony." I don't think I said anything at that moment. I think I just started trying to get the boat loaded with all our gear so we could get the boat on the water. What was I feeling? This is where magical to my wife appeared as terrifying and uncomfortable to me. Once we had the boat on the lake, I decided I was going to scare Renee by telling her the absolute truth. I was a bit of a misfit, spending many hours researching the energies of the universe, spending good chunks of time trying to understand the metaphysical world, ultimately concluding and letting her know I believe my purpose was to help others with their worldly journey, understanding the energetic aspects of our existence and the physical aspects of our existence. Bam! That'll scare her off. Boom! That didn't scare her off. Somehow this plan backfired. It seemed to create a safety bubble for me and maybe even for her. I found myself jumping off a 13-foot cliff despite being terrified of water, screaming in this high-pitched, terrified voice that didn't stop even as I entered the water. All my worries and internal protectors faded to the background, and I was able to be free for a few days. Fast forward 11 years. My wife and I got married. We have 2 daughters, age 7 and 2. We co-own a health and wellness company where I get to help people by guiding them through the energetic and physical aspects of our existence. I still look back at that weekend as terrifying and uncomfortable. But maybe, just maybe, it was magically terrifying and magically uncomfortable.
We'll end up hand in hand, somewhere down on the sand, just me and you.